Less than 2 years since the launch of the Momentum True Wireless 3, Sennheiser are back with an upgraded version of their very popular in-ear headphones, looking to top the tables in this very competitive market. But have they done enough to topple the competition? Let's find out. Hey guys, Louis from Smart Home Sounds here, and I've got a good one for you all today. Unveiled at CES earlier this year, these Momentum True Wireless 4s might look the same as their predecessors, but there are a number of changes under the surface in an attempt to give Sennheiser a stronger position in the in-ear headphone market. Now, I've been testing these out over the last week, and to give you a bit of a spoiler, while these don't excel in all areas, they are right up there with the best sounding in-ears that I've tested, and I've tested a lot. Now, I'm currently rotating the AirPods Pro 2s and the DVLA Gemini 2, so I'll share how these compare throughout this review. So, why the upgrade? Well, despite being a strong performer, some previous owners of the Momentum 3s did run into a few connectivity issues and felt that they didn't quite meet the standards that Sennheiser usually deliver. Now, a complete overhaul was therefore not necessary, but they have tweaked elements where needed and made some future-proof additions which suggest that these should stay competitive over the coming years. We're now looking at a new Qualcomm 5 Series chipset in these with Snapdragon sound technology as well as a completely overhauled antenna design. We have support for SBC, AAC, aptX Adaptive, and if you have one of the latest Android phones with a Qualcomm processor, then the brand claims that you'll be able to get lossless audio, so long as you have a supporting music service. Connectivity will also be enhanced with a more reliable Bluetooth connection, so we shouldn't get any dropouts, and in my testing, I found zero issues connectivity-wise. These are Bluetooth 5.4 and they also support multi-point pairing, and I'd say that they've actually been the most seamless headphones that I've used, and switching devices between my iPhone 14 and Mac Studio has been great. Now, it's also worth noting that there is now a low latency mode which makes these a really good option for gaming, so I'm thinking with a Nintendo Switch, for example. Now, we also see the introduction of new up-and-coming technology with support for LE Audio and Auracast. Now, Auracast, if you're unsure, is a type of Bluetooth capability that will let you tune into certain broadcast audio. So for example, if you're in an airport, then you'll be able to hear announcements through your headphones. Now, this is really clever technology that will no doubt be discussed more and more over the coming years. And while this is something that's on the horizon right now, it is a really good sign of future-proofing from Sennheiser. Now, the battery life of these Momentum 4s has been upgraded to 7.5 hours or 7 hours with ANC on, and you can get another 3 charges or so with the case, giving us a total of just under 30 hours. Now, there is also a quick charging feature which gives you another hour of playback with just 8 minutes of charging, which is great. Okay, let's take a closer look at these then. So I've got the black graphite version here, but I've also taken a look at the white silver version and the all-new black coppers, which I have to say were very nice indeed, and probably would be the ones that I would go for out of all 3. I'm personally still a big fan of this case. Now, I know some people think it's a bit chunky, but it feels premium. I like the fabric design. It's got a satisfying click, and the headphones are well and truly glued in here. And you can charge it by USB-C, or it's also compatible with Qi wireless charging. The earbuds themselves aren't the smallest in here, and they aren't the lightest either, coming in at 72.4 grams. And for context, the AirPods Pro 2s are 50.8 grams. Now, you do also have a good range of tip sizes in the box to help you find a fit that works for you. Plus, there's a really cool feature in the app which tells you how good your fit is, which I love. And it actually made me realize that I had selected the wrong tip sizes at first, and it helped me find a more secure fit. Now, you also get these little stabilizers in the box too, which can help them fit in your ear even better. Now, personally, I do think that the AirPods sit a little bit nicer in my ears and are a little bit more ergonomic than these, but I've had no issues getting on with these either and haven't experienced any ear fatigue from normal use. However, I do find that the comfort of in-ear headphones is quite varied depending on your ear type. So I asked everybody in the office to test these, and I'd say that probably 60% or so still preferred the comfort of the AirPods, while 40% preferred these. And before I get any comments saying that that's a little bit gross, this is a good time to share that the ear tips are washable. Now, these earbuds also have touch controls, which are nice and responsive and work really well. And in fact, setting these up was also a breeze because of this. You just pop them in your ears and hold a finger to each earbud to put them in Bluetooth pairing mode, and they show up in the Bluetooth settings on my phone straight away. Now you can customize the touch controls in the app depending on what you'd personally find most intuitive, and these also have ear detection, which is great, and will pause the music if you take an earbud out. Oh, and I have just checked, you can use just one earbud and keep the other in the case, which I know some of you guys find really handy. In terms of durability, these Momentum 4s step up the IP rating to IP54. The 3s were only IPX4, so these are now water and dust resistant, which gives you a little bit more protection and makes them a good option for wearing to the gym. Inside, we have the same 7mm drivers as the Momentum 3s with Sennheiser's True Response transducer system, and I don't think it will come as a surprise to anyone when I say that these sound brilliant. They're a very impressive pair of in-ear headphones that deliver great levels of detail, deep, punchy bass and crisp highs. There's nice warmth there, it's all well balanced, and they're just very enjoyable to listen to. I'd say these offer more personality in the sound signature than the AirPods, as well as a more immersive listening experience and better clarity. For me, they're on a pretty similar level to the DVLA Gemini 2s, which come in £100 more expensive, so hats off to Sennheiser there. Now, I do think that the Geminis offer a signature DVLA sound profile with warm bass and a better bottom end, which I do like, but overall, the Momentum 4s offer more emotion and are more musical. It's horses for courses between these two on sound alone for me. Now, within the Sennheiser Smart Control app, we have a lot of personalization when it comes to the sound profiling with an adjustable EQ and various sound presets to play around with. Now, personally, I've enjoyed the standard settings, but I would recommend having bass boost on for a fuller performance. There's also a section here called sound personalization, which tailors your headphones to your unique listening preferences. You just follow the steps in the app to create a fully customized sound profile to your liking. You can also create custom sound zones, which is a great feature. So you can save your preferred settings for in the office and at home, for example. Now, interestingly, Sennheiser haven't bothered with spatial audio or head tracking technology that other brands are pushing at the moment. And for me, that says that they've instead focused everything on getting the sound right, and I do think that that shows. A big feature of class-leading in-ears is their noise cancellation abilities, so I was really eager to test these out. Now, the Momentum 4s offer adaptive noise cancellation, which means that they'll analyze your environment to apply the right level of noise cancellation. So your choices are off, anti-wind, or adaptive on. Personally, I would prefer to have a little bit more control over the level of noise cancellation rather than relying on the headphones adapting to your surroundings and the choice of having the highest level of noise cancellation available with the tap of a button. But that doesn't mean that I was disappointed in their performance, and part of that comes down to the fit. A lot of the noise cancellation for in-ears comes down to how good the seal is within your ear. So the various tip sizes with these definitely help with finding a good fit and therefore giving better sound isolation. Now, in my testing, when listening to music, these do a really decent job of blocking out your surroundings, whether that's been in a busy office or out and about. Now, I would say that I noticed a faint hiss when there was no audio playing, which is definitely not noticeable when you're listening to music, but it is there. For me, the noise cancellation does the job, and the fit of the headphones enhances that considerably for me. But I don't think that these quite match up to the class leaders like Bose and the AirPods in general noise cancellation, but I would say that they outperform the others in an outdoor windy setting. I thought transparency mode was good for letting in your surroundings, and it doesn't sound too fake, but again, didn't quite match up to the AirPod Pro 2s. So overall, a very respectable performance in noise cancellation. Now, we tested them out, didn't we, Temba? And you said that my voice sounded nice and clear, especially in those windy settings.
They sounded really good.
So there you have it, guys. But one thing I would say is that they're not class leading in blocking out background noises. So guys, we're going to do a very quick microphone test for you all. So the audio that you are hearing right now is being recorded directly from an iPhone. And I'm now going to swap over to the Sennheisers. So it is a little bit windy where I am, and I've now swapped over to the Sennheiser True Wireless Momentum 4. So let me know in the comments, guys. Do you reckon they sound all right? How do you reckon they hold up? Let me know your thoughts. So, have Sennheiser done enough to take the top spot? Well, for me, these are right up there with the best of the best that I've tested when it comes to sound quality. And so if that's the main reason why you're buying a pair of in-ears, then I would have no hesitation in recommending these 100%. Yes, it's not been the most exciting overhaul, but all of the concerns with the connection issues with the 3rd gen versions should be squashed now. And I feel I've had a much more streamlined experience using these and making any changes in the Smart Control app. Now, no, they aren't going to best the tougher competition when it comes to noise cancellation, if that's a priority for you. But for the complete package, I think these are a very, very tempting option in this market right now, and definitely worth a place on your shortlist. But over to you guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.